Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I am Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am so excited to be here with each and every one of you again today. Whether you are watching live or watching this in the archives, thank you so much for taking time out and for sitting in sacred circle with each and every one of us today. And when I say each and every one of us, I'm talking about each and every one of us that are viewing it, whether live or in archives, or if you, live or archives on demand. And also, too, it's our guides and angels and ascended masters and all those for our highest and greatest that are joining us today as well. So thank you, everyone, for participating. I'm always very, very grateful for being in service, just for being here and for sharing love and light with each and every one of us. So we all have something to share. I'm no different than anyone else as far as, I'm not as special and different, and I'm not using abilities that you can't get to. No, not at all. And so I just would like to, share that with you and make sure that you're aware of that and understand that as well. We are all here to help one another to grow and go with the flow. So, all right. I'm just, again, welcome everyone. If you are watching live, if you would like to share this, I'd be very grateful. Please share it. Thank you so much. For those of you who are calling in on the radio, this is being broadcasted live on Facebook Live. If you would like to watch the show live, you can do so on the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page. All right. And that is Goldylocks with a Y, GOLDYLOCKS Productions.com or .com. No, not .com. Goldylocks Productions on the Facebook page. Woo! How many of us are still soaring from the full moon, or maybe it's treating you a little different, huh? How are the full moon? This past full moon, we're still really in, we can feel the effects of the full moon, even though it was yesterday was at its highest full moon potential, and now it's actually starting to go into the waning mode, but it's still very powerful. 3 days before, 3 days after, and it's wow. So, and some people can feel a lot more energy, and some people can feel really tired. This just depends, because it's the full moon in Capricorn, and I'm a Capricorn. So it really benefited me, although it probably it put me into overdrive with energy and activity and OCD. And wouldn't you know, though, I needed that because there's a lot of unexpected things that happened this past weekend for me. And I needed that extra energy and zing to get through the weekend. And so it was, we had some dear friends come and visit us, and they were in the area, and they let us know they were in the area. And so they then notified, hey, we're in town. And so them and their 4 kids, came over for a picnic. And our picnic and our cookout grew to be really so much bigger, because then everybody else wanted to bring somebody else. My sons wanted to bring friends, and it was okay, And then there's big fireworks here by us, and that was Saturday night. So we had, and it was great though. But there's a lot of planning when you're going to host a lot of people like that, Oh my goodness, the food, this, that, the other, and then they're going to have to come in to go to the bathroom, so the house has to be spotless. Right? Like they're not going to pay attention to the stuff that I was just going crazy with. My husband laughs at me. He's like, "Oh my gosh, slow down." And the kicker is that he had to work 12 hours. They were doing some sort of testing at work, which is, what happens from time to time. And so, he was in overtime hours Thursday through Sunday. So it was, thank goodness for my sons. My sons and I, my sons helped me. We got everything all set up and taken care of, and my husband come home and just want him to relax. But of course, he's going to be the grill master, but it's all right. We did have a very enjoyable time with seeing friends that we haven't seen in a while. And then just, of course, with family and local friends. It was just really great. But I needed that extra zing, because it was just like, otherwise it'd be like, crawling. Oh my gosh, help me. But yesterday, I have to tell you, I was just like, when it's all over, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go take a nap now. Oh, but so I know we all can feel that way. If you would like to call in, you can call in at 323-870-3791. And just know that if you are watching live and you want to call in, get up and step away from the computer for a little bit if you're watching live via Facebook. And when you just get up and walk away, because the audio on the radio and the video is not going to be in sync. And so it may drive you a little crazy. So I'm just giving you some fair warning. Just get up and walk away, and listen to it via the phone until I take your call, and then you can get back to after you hang up, and then you can resume watching it again if you would like to do so. Or you can just wait. And again, you can always listen to the audio in archives and in the video as well. So all of this is going to be put in the archives. So whether it's video, like I said, or in radio. And we are on iHeartRadio. Goldylocks Productions is on iHeartRadio now. Look under podcasts. All right. And then Goldylocks again with the Y, Goldylocks Productions. And you will be able to tell by the logo with the golden key there. You'll find us and find all the shows. These are the archives on demand shows. So if you missed a show, you can always go back and listen to it. And so we're really excited about that. So, and we're just really featured on a lot of different stations. And so, but try and make it easy. Don't want to overwhelm you on how many we are on. And if you would like to know, you can always go to the Goldylocks Productions website, which is GoldyllocksProductionsCT.com. I will put that in the post for those of you who would like to know that website. Real quick, too. Just like to keep everything all accessible. And then those of you who are listening and not viewing this live, you can always go back to watch the video later and are able to look at the comments to be able to see the links and everything as well. Okay, because this is streaming live, and then the video is saved. So you can always go back to it. All right. So that's the Goldylocks Productions website, and you can look on there. It has all the stations that all the shows are featured on. All right. So I'm really excited about the iHeart one. That's the newest edition. So of course, and a lot of people have the iHeart app on their phones. You can it's so easy, or tablets or whatever you use media-wise to access that. So again, welcome everyone. And you can call in. Be sure to press 1. When you call in, 323-870-3791. Press 1 to get into the host queue. We do have some callers waiting already, and thank you so much, callers. Please hang on. I will be taking some calls shortly. I just would like to start off a little bit, get the show open and going, and just so we begin this week, July 10th. Everyone just take a deep breath for a moment. Woo! All right, because last week we came off of a holiday week. You know, it was like a weekend, the weekend, and the weekend. So a lot of festivities going around everywhere. And where I live in Connecticut, you know, the Constitution State, fireworks start for us the end of June and go all through July. We still have cities that are having their big firework events because they don't like to overlap and be competitive. They don't like to all have them on July 4th. They spread them out. And it's really, really great if you miss one set of fireworks. You can go see them somewhere else. It's, you know, sad for the dogs, for the pets. They don't like this, but it's we make sure we keep our pets comfortable and away from that type of as much as possible. And even when your neighbors are shooting off the fireworks, you know hopefully how your animal is going to react and able to help them. All right, get through that. And hopefully the neighbors shoot off fireworks won't be as long as a firework display. Okay, so I would like to remind everyone there is a contest going on with myself for me. If you would like or a contest for you to win a video email reading with me. So how you would enter is you go to my website, which is whitesagewoman.com, and you would go here and just send me a message. Send me a message. And the message is going to contain here, all right, a testimonial for any service that if I have given you a reading, if I have helped you in any way, even with the shows, whether I give you a reading or a healing session privately through Skype or over the phone, in person, and even if you haven't had one of those services, but maybe I've helped you on a radio show, maybe some messages that way. Please enter this contest. You can private message me if you're on Facebook. Send me a testimonial. All right. And if you message me through my website, of course, put the testimonial, your name, if you want your whole name to be read, because I'm going to share them when I announce the winners. I'm going to read all the testimonials, put them in a bowl, and then I'll draw the one winner. And this is a $60 value, this video email reading, because I'm going to give you the 3-question one. I have 3 different options for a video email reading. That's 1 question, 2, or 3. All right. And what I do is you just email me your questions, and then I sit down in video and channel spirit, and I'll use some cards for, from visual tools, and we'll answer and address your questions in that video to you for you to keep and review as much as you would like. But it's very fun and effective. And so far, people who have tried out this new service really like it and enjoy it. So again, so that's how you enter this contest. It ends on July 15th at midnight. And so then Sunday, the 16th, I will go on Facebook Live on Goldylocks Productions here on the page, and I will announce the winner. All right. Who wins the video email reading. So it's just something fun. I like to give back, and these shows are for too, is to give back, and so we're all here to help one another, try to get through this thing called life as easy as possible, right? So anyway, okay. I always like to, for those of you who are familiar with the show, I like to also give some messages from the crystals, gemstone, and mineral messages. Now, these are essentially messages from the earth, right? We are all connected, and this helps to validate. It really does, this whole connection and messages, and just the messages are being channeled from high vibrations, and we think of up, right? But right here on this earth, too, we have a lot of very powerful helpers. And anything from this sacred earth is most definitely helpful. And think about where the crystals, the generals, and the minerals come from is from our earth sacred womb. So it's very powerful messages, and then also give the spirit, animal, and totem guide message. The animals are in the same soul group as nature. So absolutely every part of nature is a very powerful guide for us, and we should all be connected to it and live in harmony with nature, getting back to that. And I'm saying back because we did live in harmony and peace with nature, with all beings at one time. And we're coming back to that. And we're going to stay there. It's not, some people think that if you go up and down, that's what life is about up and downs, or crescent, we go up and we go down. But when we ascend again, it's going to stick and to stay. So it's, at least here on this earth plane. Here on this earth plane. So, and that's, I've talked about that in previous shows. So be sure to listen to those if you've missed any of the previous shows. But the crystal gemstone mineral message for this week is rhodonite. Rhodonite. It's like the really bright pink. It's a really pretty pink and with black specks type of stone. And it is really, really gorgeous stone. All right. And so that is the crystal gemstone and mineral message. Who it's from this week is rhodonite. And I'm going to spell it rhodonite. Sorry. RHODONITE. You can look this up in the search engines online and see all the different type of variations, but the one that most people are familiar with is that pink, that hot pink, and that with the black specks in it, the black coloring in it. And it's very, very pretty. It is very pretty. And so what characteristics and does the rhodonite have? What does it help with? All right, the rhodonite. Well, here you go. You have anxiety. It helps calm anxiety and creates a sense of well-being. It enhances self-esteem. It enhances self-love. And it enhances self-acceptance. Now, I'll tell you what, we all need that. We can all use a boost of that at certain times, can't we? Wow. Very, very powerful. It's very powerful. Oh, hi. Hello, everyone that's on Facebook Live and who are commenting. Welcome, everyone. And hello, Maureen. Oh, I love you too. Heart back. I'm trying to do it with my hands. I'm holding my crystal. Anyway, so if you haven't experienced this type of gemstone, go to a New Age shop and buy. Go and let it pick you out, so to speak, because that's anyone who has bought crystals and gemstones know that type of energy exchange and know how it happens. The gemstone and crystal actually speaks to you. They call to you. You're drawn to it. That's the particular one you're supposed to have. And so be sure to check in any type of local gemstone dealer, whether, like I said, it's a New Age store or it's a crystal shop or anything. Just go and check it out and get one in person. Yes, there's you can buy a lot of gemstones and crystals and minerals online now, but please buyer beware, as with anything, of course, right? There are people out there who are selling fake things just to make a profit. So you really want to make sure that you get your crystals, minerals, and gemstones in person, so that you know without a doubt that that connection hasn't been tainted in any way, shape, or form. All right? So, because there's nothing more disappointing than buying something you think is, it's a good price, it's a good deal. There's always a reason why there's a good deal. And you get it and you come to find out it's painted plastic. I have known that to happen to some friends, in a necklace form. They thought it was something, a particular gemstone, and it wasn't. It started to wear off the painting, and they realized it was plastic and was very disappointed. So just be very careful. Know your buyer is all I'm going to say, where you're buying from. Okay. And so I hope you enjoyed that. Now, I also have a message from, and this is the, and I say spirit animal and totem because sometimes the spirit animal that comes through can be someone's totem as well. We have many different guides, and we really do. So I think everyone is going to relate to this particular animal that steps forward, or shall I say swims forward this week. But the spirit animal and totem guide message is from the most beautiful dolphin. So the dolphin reminds us to use deep breathing as a form to release, as an outlet. All right, deep breathing, the use of breath to release. Boy, that's a good reminder for us all every day. But let's just take a deep breath and release it. Especially when we are in intense and overwhelming situations. And those types of situations maybe produce anxiety type of emotions, and that intense emotions or overwhelming emotions. But the use of breath to release intense and overwhelming emotions. So that's very important to remember. And deep breath from your gut, feel it deep down. And release. And release. All right. Dolphins are tapped into wisdom. They remind us of balance, harmony, communication skills. And with our master teachers, or in the upper vibration, it helps us with communication skills on physical plane and even esoteric plane, in the energetic higher vibration planes. So it really does help us. We tap into. They're very wise. If you have them it happens to be one of my totems, the dolphin does. And when I get overwhelmed, I have to remember to sit down, take my deep breaths, and ask the dolphins to come in, and what's the message? What message do I need? And help me through a particular overwhelming situation. And along with my guides and the angels, and we just have once you open that communication with your guides and angels, it's very powerful, very easy to get to. And yes, you do take some work to strengthen that communication and to work on that team. But if you really feel sometimes too, you can be communicating, on a daily basis, like myself. And then there's days where I feel like, is anyone there? I feel disconnected. I feel like I can't communicate. I know it's not them. I know it's me. I must be so overwhelmed that I'm blocking it. So I do call in the dolphin to help me, to totally help me get to a state of balance, so that I can remove any of the blocks that I'm creating, so that I'm able to effectively communicate with my angelic committee, with my guides. So it's very powerful. And that's what your totem does too, is to help you. Is to help bridge that gap that we have sometimes. We put ourselves in that gap, in that when we block ourselves. They help us to remove those blocks and to really enhance the communication as well. So, wow. Great stuff, huh? Let me take a sip of water here. Hope everybody's staying hydrated. I may feel like we need to drink a little bit more water. Put some lemon in it. Put cucumber in it. I haven't tried cucumber and lemon together, but if anyone has, let me know how that tastes. But anyway, your body will tell you what you want and what you need. Listen to that too when you're drinking water, because a lot of people, I just don't like the taste of water. What can you put in it? And to enhance that, try to make sure you're drinking spring water, or like reverse osmosis is a very good water. Some type of purified water, all right? And especially with the way these energies are now, we just have to make sure that we are doing everything we can to keep our physical bodies balanced and in harmony with the upper vibrations and all the beautiful energies that come in. All right. So to help us, help us. All right. The topic we're going to talk about today, is ethics for those in the spiritual, metaphysical, and holistic field. There's certain ethics that we should talk about. And it's not just me channeling and, okay, here I am, I'm discussing this. I would love to have some interaction on this. Put your comments in, for again, those that are watching Facebook Live, put your comments in. Let's share. Let's have this communication. If you're calling in, let's have this sharing as well. All right. And that's the topic. And I will get to that in a few moments. What I would like to do first is to take some callers, because they have been patiently waiting. And let's take a couple of calls first. All right, so our first caller is area code 650. Welcome to the show. May I have your name, please?
Hi, Reverend Tiffany. Thank you for taking my call. My name is Miranda.
Hello, Miranda. How are you today? How have you been feeling?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Pretty good. I think I'm in very high spirits and trying to manifest a lot of things, so staying positive. But I've had some health challenges, like a lot of digestive problems, and lately I think I've gotten better. I'll go a few weeks and everything's fine, and then all of a sudden one day something churns in my stomach and I wind up throwing up. So I'd love some divine healing, like to channel some divine healing for me and just be done with this. I mean, I think this is a great time with the full moon to release this. And I just want to be healthy and have this digestive issues taken care of and be done with it.
Yes, absolutely. I want to ask you a question. Do you have your gallbladder?
Yes, I do.
You have your gallbladder still. Okay, great, good. Now this just helps me to ask I call the spirit doctors, the spirit, but they're not really doctors. They're just the healers, the angelic healers. I asked for them to step into, and we do scan. And right now you are receiving healing as we are talking and communicating here. Okay, because it's not just one thing. It's a lot of things going on here. A lot of us who are making sure we're working on ourselves on a daily basis is we're going through a DNA restructuring. Dormant DNA is being reactivated, and it's very powerful, but it can make you feel sick. Have you noticed a change in your diet? Suddenly you might not want something that you used to eat anymore. Your diet will change, and a way your body will let you know is, I don't want this, and I'm going to feel nauseated. And for water drinkers like myself, we do have to be careful, because you can even feel nauseated from just drinking water. So if the nausea is coming and going, that's okay. If it's a constant nausea, I'd be concerned about it. Is it constantly or just off and on?
No, it's not constant.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's...
Like I said, I'll go a few weeks, and that's fine.
Okay, so it's all these energies, and we have the end of the month too. We do have a portal, that beautiful portal that opens up July 26th to August 12th. It's the yearly opening of the what is that? Oh, the Lion's Gate portal. So we have all these powerful portals opening. We have our DNA reinactivating. We are ascending to upper vibrations. Our physical bodies are really going to, of course, have a reaction in response to that. What I'm going to do, they're talking to me now. I'm going to share that with you. I like to pull a card for you as well. And I will show you what deck I'm using in a moment. I'm just concentrating on you and nausea and any advice for that from Miranda. I love it. I'm using the Isis Oracle deck. And the card for you, Miranda, it's the Miracle of Isis. You are receiving healing of the goddess part of yourself. You're receiving healing from the goddess. And this is, for those of you who are watching, this is the Miracle of Isis. So it's the feminine. She's a strong representation of the divine feminine. There's Isis, Mother Mary. You know, there's so many different deities and goddesses that are the representation of the divine feminine. And so you have been doing a lot of work on yourself. This is validation that you are really healing that divine feminine part of yourself to bring you into that state of balance constantly. And so that is where your nausea is coming from, too. I'm listening now to what else they're saying here for that is, yeah, it's just we're in such a toxic environment. You're reacting to something that you are breathing along with everything else that we talked about here. There is something that you are breathing, that the air is not as clean or clear, whether it's what is it, AAC duct, air duct, but it's beyond your control because it's not in your home. Your home environment's fine. This is outside your home environment, is a place that you're exposed to, that you're very sensitive to chemicals. You're very sensitive to anything you breathe in. And so your body is doing the best it can to keep it in that state of balance. And that's going to create the nausea. Ginger helps with that. There's natural ginger ale you can sip on. You know, because a lot of people don't like the taste of ginger. They don't like putting it in their food. So go to and look for natural ginger ale. And you just sip on that. You don't have to drink the whole bottle because it comes in big bottles. You know, just sip on that and see how that helps you. All right. And it'll help you with the nausea, help you with digestion. And just, we don't have to eat these huge meals anymore. It's like we're going to eat a little bit, 4 to 5 small meals during the day. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like your eating habit has changed. And it's, you're listening to what your body needs. I need this, I need that. Now I'm going to tell you, we have to work with our bodies with this because we get stubborn sometimes, I want this. You take a bite of it and then go, oh no, I don't want it. But whether it's that habit of, oh, but I want a potato chip, or I want a Cheeto, or I want something that's processed, and whether you crave it and then you eat it and it's like, no, I don't want it after all. I'm good. Yeah. All right. So we need to be kind with ourselves as we go through this process, but it's and especially be careful because more people want to eat the raw vegetables. If you do too much, too fast, that can give you the nauseated feeling as well. All right. So again, it's balance even with what we eat. Yes, the raw is better. More people are pulling away from cooked foods unless it's, of course, meat. If you are a meat eater, that's fine. Make sure, though, we have it wrong, or society's had it wrong recently with meat being the main protein, the main dish. No, it's not. It really should be vegetables and fruits is the main part of the dish. And if you are a meat eater and you want the meat protein, the meat should not be bigger than the palm of your hand. All right? Just a little taste of it.
No problem. I'm not a meat eater.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, but I feel like maybe the other listeners or viewers need to hear that. But I didn't feel that you were a big meat eater at all. So that's okay. So, and I know you're very careful with what you are bringing in and that it's organic. And do you do some growing too? You grow your own vegetables?
No, but I do try and buy organic.
Okay. Because you can do that even inside. I'm seeing indoor pots. There's some things that you can grow inside. And even on just an outside balcony, or a lot of people worry about the space, or if they don't have the yard, indoor growing gardens have been really popular and effective. Make sure you can put the pots in the most sunniest window and watch them take off. We grow celery inside. You can, so it's really surprising what you can, and it's trial and error pretty much, right? So we try it, but it's fun, know. And so you'll be surprised how much of the food that we can grow inside. And there's a lot of great videos to watch about that. And so just keep doing that. You're really on the right path. You're not doing anything wrong. All right. It's just your body trying to be gentle and smooth with everything that's going on, with all these changes and all this expansive energy that's coming in. And as our bodies are changing and shifting.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. Oh, no, thank you. But you're not doing anything wrong. But just they say is just make sure you sip on some natural ginger ale. There's a brand. You can get any kind. And that's why I say natural health food store, because they usually, if they're very careful on what the products they put in, and even grocery stores now are carrying more and more natural brands and organic brands. Reed's ginger ale, Reed's Reeds, is one that I like. I've been buying for a long time, and they come in these big bottles. And I drink, I'll drink half at a time because it is very powerful. And as I say, just sip it. Just sip it. You can just pour just a little 4-ounce glass and then sip it throughout the day. If you want to put ice in it, you can do too as well. But just that really is effective with any type of nausea. It's been the most effective I've found, because I've been experiencing the nausea phases too. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, I need something. Let me go back to my ginger ale and try that. And it really does help. So, but a lot of people can't eat it. It's way too, they can't digest it that way, but they can take it in. Yeah, right. Liquid. So that's what I feel is good for you, as well as what I'm being told. So, but and scanning your body, you are receiving a healing while we've been talking, and I don't see anything that is off balance. You've done a lot of, you've done also too a lot of work, first, second, and third chakras. So a lot of past. You are releasing a lot of past pain. You're doing really good. It's to be applauded too. And so that's.
I have.
Yeah. And so that attributes to.
I worked very hard on releasing that.
That's some of that nausea too, because as you're releasing, it's going, but you're filling it right back up with love too, because anything that releases leaves that hole or leaves that void, and immediately, I'm grateful it's released, I'm refilling it immediately with love. But that does leave us feeling a little bit nauseated when we feel this happening, even if we don't realize what's going on. This is what is happening. So. They applaud you because you've been doing so much work, and that's where your nausea is coming from. It is from that work as well as everything that we are going through energetically in this expansion and transformation time. So just keep with it. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. And thank you so much for calling. And also, too, they're showing you've done a lot of work in your third chakra. You're talking more. You're expressing what Miranda needs and wants. And that's powerful.
So true. So true. Yeah.
Good for you. Yes. Yeah. So I can see why that. I'm so happy for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just feel like, finally I don't know, breaking out of the shell and the world is my oyster. I know I'm meant to do great things, and I'm just looking for the right opportunities, and I'm sure I'll be guided.
Oh, absolutely. And know that you make a difference in everyone's life on a daily basis, whether you realize it or not. You may not realize it right now, but you are making a difference, and you're stepping more and more into your mission every day, into why you're here. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to be? Just being the love and light that you are is the mission. Is getting ourselves back into attunement, back into that divine balance. And so, like I said, but you, whether it's your smile at somebody when you're out, whether you hold the door open for them, whether you're just the kind words that you say, you are helping people on a daily basis, and they want you to know this.
Thank you. I'll continue to do that. Yeah.
There you go. All right, Miranda. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and beautiful blessings to you, my dear.
Thank you. Same to you. God bless.
Bless you. God bless you too. And may we remember that we are blessed. There you go. May we remember our blessings. May we remember that we are blessed absolutely every day. So thank you so much, Miranda, for calling in. And this is for everyone. I love when people call in and they share, because how many of you are feeling that way too? Feeling periods of nausea, feeling maybe going through these things. And it's just, what can I do to take part of this? We hear about all this fantastic stuff happens spiritually, and this great time of transformation. You are a part of it. You already are. And we don't have to do something like so. We think of like a stage, don't we? Or like, it's like, I have to get on this stage. I have to do something. I have to present myself. You can sit in silence and send love in all directions. And you are helping the whole universe just by that simple act of love. But because maybe we don't see it, and others don't tell us that they see us doing it and getting that recognition for it, because it's hard for us to understand sometimes. We are moving more away from doing to being. We are beings. And it's not one or the other, but it's moving into this beautiful harmony, this beautiful dance between doing and being is the same thing. All right, we're going to be more in with that. Because, so you get a job, which is doing, and you'll know how well you're doing when your boss lets you know, or you get a raise or something, right? And so we kind of look for that kind of feedback. And it's different, though. We're not going to get that physical feedback. Where we're going to get it is the feedback from our support group, I call our spiritual support group, from our guides and angels. And you can actually get physical feedback. I've asked the guides to give me some physical feedback. Show me that, because I send out healing every day. I stand in front of my altar and I send out healing to all those in need, whether I have your name or not. This is what I say in front of my altar. I'm going to share this with you. You can do your own wording. You can any way you would like to. But I say, okay, so I am connecting heart link to heart link with all those listed. I have a healing book. With all those listed in this healing book, all those that are on every healing and prayer list, all those that are nameless to me, and all of those that, I do not know, that are nameless to me. And for everyone in need of healing, I'm going to send it out in all directions. I visualize it going up into the upper vibrations, connecting to the sacred heart. I call it the cosmic heart. The cosmic heart healing. We're going to bring that high vibrational energy, the awakening and remembrance of our divinity, back down this golden, beautiful spiral staircase, back down to balance. And it's just going out in all directions. All directions, clockwise, counterclockwise, east, south, west, north, through all time, space, dimensions, and realms. We are healed, we are healed, we are healed. All the strands of our DNA for our highest and greatest only are being activated. It is done. It is done. It is done. We are one. We are one. We are one. Woo! Take a deep breath. How does that feel? That's what I do. I asked. I can see when I close my eyes and I'm in that energetically and I'm in the upper vibrations, I can feel it. I can feel it go out. And it's like little sparkles. It's like little fairy dust, like these lights of energy go out, and it's beautiful. And people who it's never wasted. All right, it goes into like this net of life, this net, so to speak, that's around the earth. It's connected to the earth and the whole universe. And it goes immediately to someone who needs this healing. It's never wasted. Even if you send healing directly to somebody and they don't want it, it's not wasted. It goes somewhere else. It goes to someone who does. How many of us we've been down and suddenly we get this boost of, woo, I am love. That was great. I don't know where this came from. You just received healing from somebody sending it out. You received healing from the shamans and the healers that send it out every day. You've received it. So I asked for validation of this. And after this, I go outside. And then all the neighbors, one at a time, they're coming out and they're like, hi, Tiffany, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing good. Hi. It was a different way that they said hello than, hey, how you doing? Or we get busy and focused on something else and we don't see it on neighbor. It's not that we're it depends on who your neighbor is, right? But we're not snuffing them. It's just sometimes we get focused on something else. But it was like they all were like it just seemed very obvious that they would come out and, hi, Tiffany, how are you? Make sure they were addressing me. And I'm like, I get it. It happened 3 times. 3 different neighbors. And I was like, I get it. I get it. I asked for a sign. I asked for validation. And that's it. And I was like, yes, thank you. It is going out and receiving, not just from human beings, the animals, the birds love it. The birds tell me every day how grateful they are for, of course, the food I put out there and that they feel it. And if you send healings just sitting outside and just put that healing out, nature responds immediately to what you are putting out. Absolutely. And it's so, so beautiful. All right, I'm going to share the cards real quick. Someone had asked about the, what deck was I pulling cards from, is the Isis Oracle by Elena Fairchild. I'll pull another card for us all in a few moments. What I didn't, just kind of want to talk briefly about the topic about ethics, because you're seeing more and more of this. All right, there's in all walks of life, in all fields, and all jobs, whatever, we're going to see people that excel vibrationally, and then those that don't, that are in maybe what they do, they're doing it for the wrong reasons, whether it's greed, it's money, power, ego, whatever. We see it happening in all areas. And of course, the spiritual, metaphysical, and holistic fields are no different and are not spared from that. All right. So what type of message I'm trying to say here is that you can tell, use your own intuition, use your gut. You can tell when someone's real and genuine or not. And always make sure that you're protecting yourself. I've had people come to me that needed healing because they went to a spiritual workshop and somehow the facilitator or the spiritual teacher, threw them off balance in any way, shape, or form through some type of energetic manipulation, and that they haven't felt right since then, and they needed that cleared and removed. So, also, you can put this protection around you. We know these are about the white light of protection. Just knowing I am protected. Call in all your angels. And here's the thing is that you do have assigned angels to you. Call in the whole angelic realm. They need permission. And all you've got to do is just one time, and it sticks for the rest of your life. Just say, I give the angelic realm, the complete angelic realm, permission to come to my aid, to be my guides, to be my spiritual committee, on my team to help me every day. And bam, that's it. Then they're there. All right? I'm talking legions of these angels. And you'll feel their presence more and more. And it's very powerful. All right? They're protecting you. When you know you're in the upper vibrations, you don't need protection, so to speak, because you have to be in that same high vibrational energy, your intention, everything in order to be there. So these, and why is it we give permission to this angelic realm is because they lift us up in these upper vibrations. That's how they protect us. And also too, I recently had someone not talk to me anymore, and it's a dear friend who is involved with somebody new in their life, and you're happy for them. You want them to have a nice partner in their life, and so. But the partner is trying to get everyone out of this particular person's life that was there before them. And they're creating lies and manipulations. And when they go to a psychic and ask another psychic about my intentions. Okay, so I want to just tell you this. If you put a do not disturb, and this is part of the protection, I don't want anyone going to a psychic, a seer, or going to anyone else and trying to get a reading off of me without my permission. They're into your energy, all right? And, okay, and there you go. No one will be able to properly read you. As you develop your abilities and you're in the upper vibrations, unless they're in the upper vibrations, they're not going to read you correctly. You're not allowing that to happen and to take place. So people may think that they know you, and they really don't know you. And if they try to, I will not give someone a reading that calls in or who asks, I have a friend, can you read this friend? No. When they call in, or they contact me, I'll be happy to help that person. But I am not going to give you any information about somebody else. No. But if you have a question pertaining to you, I'll be happy to help you out. See, that's ethical. We work with that. There is exceptions like mothers and parents, fathers and mothers and fathers, the parents of children. We do work with that. That's fine. But we're talking about someone that's not even a family member, and some family members. Because I'll tell you what that happens. I could see that. Do not disturb. They do not want to be read. And I honor that. Because let me tell you what some of people can do is we can go into the upper vibrations. We can go to the Akashic records. We can bypass talking to that person and their energy and the guides, and with the angelics team, go to the Akashic records and know and read about this person. But that is a violation again without their permission. And a lot of us who work in the upper vibrations a lot, who are used to the Akashic records, we get this information. Doesn't mean you have to say it or share it. Most definitely not. You must be very careful with that information. Be very responsible. And this is the ethics I'm talking about here. As we are growing and evolving, you help the person, you help the individual, and know that energy probing is what I call it, the energy probing. You're probing me, I can feel it, and you're doing it without my permission. It's different when you just get something and then when you're intentionally probing. All right, so just know that. You put that I am protected. I want to put a do not disturb sign up. And it's effective. It happens. They have to have your permission. You just say to your angelic team, I want someone to ask me for permission when they're going to try to read me. All right. You can do it for healing too. But the thing is that if we have all these powerful healers sending out healing every day, just accept it. But if it's right for you, it's gonna come to you. How about that? But I'm more talking about those in the field that try to probe it and get the information and use it for their own advantage. Use it for maybe their own ego. Misuse it, actually. Hell, let's say that. Misuse that information. And when that happens, if they are able to get to the upper vibration and they take that information and they misuse it, they will not be able to get back up there again until they do work on themselves, until they ask for forgiveness as far as, I messed up, I did this, I'm not going to do this anymore. All right, I promise not to. Until they learn, then they can get back up there into that upper vibration. Each dimension, each vibration is protected. There's no judgment there. No one's judging anyone. It's you. Are you getting access into these higher vibrations? It's all, what is your intention? Is it for personal gain? Is it for ego? Is it because you truly want to help humanity? All right. So these are very powerful. It was just important to talk about the ethics. And that we've all had this happen. We've all had people pull away from us for any way, shape, or form. Maybe it was time for them to move on, that everybody that comes into our lives are supposed to be in our lives permanently. There's people that come and go, but we have seen it too, and it can be, I've heard all sorts of things. If your children get married, or a family member or a sibling gets married to somebody who is toxic, and you see that, and they want to pull them away from the rest of the family, or even from friends and people that they know, this happens. All right. And all we can do is just send love and light to the person that's involved and hope that they remove the blinders and see what's going on. That's all we can do. And not take things personal. But also know that you are protected against any of these people that do try to send psychic attacks our way, or to try to use psychic information incorrectly. So know that you are protected. Everyone, you are protected, and no worries there. So we are running out of time. Let me see if I can pull a card real quick for everyone. Another short little message for everyone here. I feel that that's important. I had no idea what we were going to talk about today. And right before the show, my angelic team, my spiritual committee was talking that we got to talk about ethics, because there's a lot that's going on. There's people out there that are misrepresenting and never want to hurt. It's never my intention. It's for hurting it, but most definitely for healing. And all right. And I can tell you that everyone that's involved in Goldylocks Productions, all those show hosts, they are the real deal. As I ask for only those, the highest and greatest are able to join the Goldylocks Productions, and the universe brings these show hosts to me. I'm the owner of Goldylocks Productions, so I can tell you, I have people contacting me every day wanting to get into Goldylocks Productions, and all I do is hear yay or nay, and that's it. No judgment, no nothing, if they're meant to be, and it's to help everyone else. All right, to help everyone else. All right, so the message for everyone is, oh, yes. So the divine is cartouche. It's the divine names of power. Divine names of power. Stepping into your power. All right, the divine names of power. Using the sacred symbols. A name is in the sound. Sound is very powerful. Helps to step into our power. The sounds, whether we are chanting, singing, or humming, or that helps us to stay into balance too. So make sure that your soul is singing on a daily basis as well. And that's a message for everyone. So thank you so much, everyone tuning in. I'm very grateful. And for the callers, I know, I'm sorry we had callers waiting. I didn't get to everybody. So thank you so much for everyone tuning in. You'll be able to watch or listen to this show on demand within the next several days, whether you could watch the video or listen to the audio. So thank you so much. And of course, contact me, enter the contest, send me a testimonial on if you've had a reading or healing session with me, or how the shows have helped you in any way, and enter to win a free video email reading session with me. So many blessings to each and every one of you. I am very grateful for you. May the obstacles to your flight be few, and the many blessings along your journey be many. Yay! Namaste. Much love and light to each of you.
Thank you for